Woman murders her own daughter during exorcism gone wrong. What's up guys, I'm your host Jared, and today we're talking about exorcisms. But I want to know before anything, what's your favorite exorcism movie? Cause demons and aren't real, right? Apparently Juanita Gomez from Oklahoma thought and probably still thinks they are. Gomez claims her daughter was possessed by something or someone and decided to perform an exorcism of her own. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out the way I'm sure she wanted it to. According to multiple reports, local police were doing a welfare check. Upon arrival, the officers found Juanita and her unresponsive daughter on the ground with a giant cross on her chest and bruises on her face. When officers first arrived, they noticed bruises on Juanita's hands and arms as well as swelling. When questioned about all this, she actually told the officers her daughter had been possessed and she performed an exorcism. During this exorcism, which included tying her 33-year-old daughter Geneva up, Juanita also punched her and shoved a cross down her throat until blood came out. After murdering her own daughter, Juanita positioned her body to emulate a cross and washed her. Juanita is currently in custody and has been charged with a homicide. She has no chance of bail. In a video circulating on Twitter, you can actually see Juanita's arraignment standing in front of a judge and talking about her poor cell conditions. When told she will have a public defender appointed to her, she immediately cuts the judge off and says, "I have a lawyer. His name is Blaine. He's Lopez Law Services." The judge then asks a question which I actually couldn't fully understand, but in response, Juanita dons a big smile and says, "Yes sir, he believes in God like me. He's the best in town." Hold on, so this girl claims her daughter is possessed, shoves a cross down her throat and actually kills her. Her own daughter, like her own flesh and blood. And then in front of a judge, she's smiling like she just won the lottery. Regardless of how good of a lawyer this guy from Lopez Law Services really is, I think the writing is already on the wall for Juanita. Not only did she admit that she actually killed her own daughter by causing severe head and neck trauma, she also doesn't even seem that upset about it. Since the news of Geneva's very sad passing broke, friends and family have been at her home placing candles, flowers, and other sentimental items in her honor. Unfortunately, this isn't the first, and as much as I hate to say it, probably not the last time something like this will happen. Back in 2014, a 28-year-old Baltimore woman stabbed her 1- and 2-year-old children to death and hospitalized her 5- and 8-year-old during an exorcism. In 2011, a Virginia man pleaded guilty to murdering his 2-year-old daughter. He claims he punched his daughter, who he also claims was possessed, over and over with his bare hands. When she was found, it was determined she had died from manual asphyxiation, aka she was suffocated. She also had fractured ribs, abrasions, contusions on a lung, and hemorrhages. What a crazy world we live in. I mean, my thoughts are definitely with the Gomez family and all those affected by this awful tragedy. For IO, my name is Jared. You can follow my Instagram and Twitter at Bron7. Subscribe to IO and stay up to date by following and liking us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Comment all your thoughts on this tragic story below. I'll see you little devils later.